If I gave a fuck what y'all think I would be doing this? Welcome to the FMFU podcast, the podcast that's from me, for us. Vulgar but true, real and never fake. I'm your host, Reese, and I've got a lot of shit on my mind today, so let's get into it. Say that shit. Last week, the Ohio State Buckeyes pulled it off against Bish again, 31-20 in the game. I'm going to tell y'all something though. For a quick second, I thought hope might be lost when JT Barrett went out with an injury. But that boy D. Haskins came in and held shit down, boy. My boy Frank on Facebook did tell me he was nice and he did come out there looking like a real stud. Got a big test coming up on Saturday for the Big Ten Championship against Wisconsin, so I guess we'll see what happens. But ultimately, in my eyes, as long as we smack them blue and maize fucks, it's all good for me. Shout out to them Buckeyes again for holding it down in what I would say is the biggest rivalry in the history of sports. So rivalries. Rivalries. I have trouble saying that word sometimes, but we all struggle with shit. A rivalry is defined as, I gotta help you simple motherfuckers out as always, competition for the same objective or for superiority in the same field. Rivalries have been and still are a staple in everything we do. I mean, as I just said, with OSU versus the Bish again, it's probably one of the biggest rivalries ever. That shit dates back to like the 1890s. But what makes rivalries so unique and common? Well, for one, we as people, and as everybody on this fucking planet, we always have to claim reason on why someone is better or why they're the best. We can never make ourselves be like, man, nigga, there are two number ones, or shit, I like both them niggas the best, cuz. Like, it just never works that way. Now, we only choose one. Why? I mean, it's in our DNA. It's our competitive human nature to pick one and only one. Even the people I call, and this is myself included, unbiased fans, quote unquote. And what's an unbiased fan? Well, what I personally mean by that are people who, in reference to sports, make choice predictions based on like their brain instead of just, oh, that's my team, so I'm going to root for them, or their pride. Fucking Celtics fans. Those unbiased fans, you know, they're still going to make a decision of who or what is superior based on solid reasoning. Heart versus brain, whatever you want to call it. But typically, if you're an unbiased fan, you're going to go with, okay, this is who I think is going to win. Although you might say, this is who I want to win. But that's a whole nother subject. But everything we do in life, we always make a rivalry. Lots of times it's not intentional, but think about it. There's so much going on in the world, it's too easy to make it happen. I mean, come on now. I can easily rattle off a few just off the top of the dome. McDonald's versus Burger King. LeBron versus KD. Apple versus Samsung. PlayStation versus Xbox. You know, Biggie versus Tupac. For my down south niggas, Zaxby's versus Chick-fil-A. I could even say Freddie versus Jason. Hey, by the way, Freddie vs. Jason is fire, yo. That Fab and Jada mixtape, I don't know if y'all listened to that shit yet. If you really love hip-hop, I'm sure you have. But that shit is dope, and that's some shit we need right now. So shout out to them for that. And if you haven't listened yet, then shame on you. Give it a listen. But yeah, rivalries. Point being, I could go on for days and days. It's just too easy to pick things apart and make them rivals. Oh, by the way, my guests are here, but before I get started with them, we're going to turn up real quick.
It's the FMFU podcast, bitch.
If I give a fuck what y'all think I would be doing this? It's the podcast that's from me, for us. Vulgar but true, real and never fake. What?
No, this is the Crown and
she fucking high, y'all.
what's that soda you bought?
I bought some ginger ale.
Yeah, that shit.
Yeah.
All right, come on, babe.
Okay. Well, don't fucking rush
Anybody
me on
got
my shit.
food going? No?
No, we don't.
Can somebody get us a 20-piece nugget? Like, what the fuck?
You so
Ew,
fucking
McDonald's
hungry,
nuggets
yo.
are nasty.
Hey man, you gotta take what you can take when you gotta do what you gotta do. You feel me?
No, I want.
You don't
the
fuck with
fries.
McDonald's either, Clyde?
No, I ain't with that, no.
Y'all are so weird. We be fucking food. Y'all be some hungry motherfuckers, but we be alright.
Oh
Good,
shit.
y'all hungry. He's hungry, not me.
Kita just want pork fried rice.
Yo, you sound like mad Asian doing that shit.
That's the point. Who says pork fried rice and doesn't try to sound Asian? Pork fried rice.
I don't know.
Wanna
Why am
pork
I
fried
hearing
rice?
fucking
Wanna pork fried rice?
Mariah? What is
Pork fried
that?
rice?
Ashton
Wanna
always
be fried
posting the
rice?
fuck, nigga.
Y'all can hear that shit like
Why
all the
you
way over
always
here.
doing shit like this?
Yo.
He posted his
Alright, so you gonna do your shit or what?
Yeah, of course. So, like, we came here.
Like,
I didn't
Babe,
tell.
let's end the podcast.
I didn't tell y'all the fucking topic, but like she said, we kind of went. So a lot of people. I was telling people last week, like, you know, we fuck with the comic book shit, you know, and that's what we want to do. So I went to see Justice League the other day because I was like a week late on checking it out, and I mean it was pretty good. I think my main thing that like I wanted to figure out how it happened was bringing fucking, you know, Superman back, because I mean it wasn't really a surprise that we knew this nigga was coming back, but. You know, I don't know. I'm gonna leave everything up to everybody else. But as far as how we said, you know, comic books, they're taking a big fucking leap. Like, think about this shit since like 2008. Well, shit. I mean, even before that, I mean, we done had like, you know, 4 different Batmans. Then had the old school Superman. You know, what's the nigga in the wheelchair? Christopher Reeves, R.I.P. That nigga, yeah, him. And then the one nigga that came back on Superman Returns and fucked it up. But I mean, you get the point. Like, you know, the comic book shit been something I've been taking over like for a long time. So, you know, when we finally get into the new generation of things on how we're gonna run things, or whatever you want to say about it, you know, the new generation of the superheroes that were the old superheroes, you know, they're getting updated. So with all the technology and everything, you know, it's starting to take things by storm in the theaters. So Marvel started something in 2008 with the MCU. DC has tried to make a comeback. We had Man of Steel in 2013. Batman vs. Superman came out, when was that? 2016? 15? Something like that. Then they had fucking Suicide Squad, whenever the fuck that came out, and then recently the Justice League. But I got a lot of people on both sides of the court. So some people saying, you know, Marvel got the game on lock. They've been doing this shit for 10 years. Movies, you know, accumulating all the way up to what's about to go down next year with Infinity War. But then I got other people claiming that, man, now fuck Marvel. DC, they the OGs of this shit. And that's how it's going to be. Oh, yeah, y'all probably didn't fucking know. The nigga that created Superman, guess where that nigga's from? Cleveland, bitch. So, yeah, none of this shit would happen without the land. But anyway, they said that DC the OGs of this shit and that they doing better. So I figured, hey, why not? I bring people on here to discuss this shit with me today. So I got I got my man Turbo Trey.
Hey.
I got the drunk nanny.
Fuck you. That's not my name.
It is.
and last but not least, I got Mrs. Brown, ladies and gentlemen.
Woo woo.
The motherfucking missus is out here to talk shit tonight. So we want to figure this shit out. Not just for us, but for y'all. Because we kind of fucked up. Yo, we've been drinking. I told y'all episode 1. I was on the French Vanilla. I also was on that Crown tonight. And, hey, it's legal in Mass. I've been getting high, my nigga. So, we trying to figure out here and we want to have a debate. Like, who fucking does it better? Like, do, Marvel's Avengers or, like, DC Justice League? So, I just figured to keep it on comparison since Marvel been doing this shit for so long, at least in the MCU, for like 10 years and DC trying to catch up. The best 2 movies to compare, let's compare the first Avengers to the first Justice League. So I'm going to start with the misses. So, you told me after we seen Justice League, I thought it was pretty fucking good.
That
You told me-
was so mediocre.
Well, but why you think that, though? I mean, I thought it was pretty good. I mean, they had the characters. I feel like they made, like, and this is where the No Rules podcast, I mean, Aquaman pretty fucking dope. Like, he wasn't just no fucking green and orange looking bitch. Like, he was, that's Khal Drogo from motherfucking Game of Thrones, my nigga. Like, nigga, fuck him and don't care. You feel me? Like I figured it was all good. Like, what was the problem with that?
At the end of the day, the whole movie was centered around Superman coming back. Once he came back, it was like the villain had like he was nothing. Like, Superman came, he's like, oh, y'all need my help? Boom, boom, it's over. Like, I just couldn't deal with that. I couldn't deal with the fact that, they had a supervillain that was supposed to be, like, taking over the world, and then as soon as Superman came, it was just nothing.
So basically, you telling me the fucking villain he sucked ass?
Pretty much.
Okay, because Superman just came in and just beat the shit out that nigga in like 2 seconds.
Pretty much.
Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that would kind of make sense. I mean, because Superman did come in and kind of just mollywop that nigga a couple times. He's like, yeah, I'm going to beat you up. I'm going to go save these niggas over here that's going east past the Flash, and then I'm going to come back, So, but I got like 2 DC, what's the fucking word? Aficionados, whatever the fuck they call. I'm fucked up right now. I ain't thinking, but so I know my nigga Turbo Trey got some shit to say about that because that nigga's a DC head. So I mean, what you got to respond to that, yo?
This is my response, and it goes on 2 levels, right? So what I heard Mrs. Brown say was that she felt that the whole thing is based around Superman. Let me respond to that first, right? This is my rebuttal to that first.
Yep.
That's what Justice League is about. Justice League was founded by the top 3, which is Batman, Wonder Woman, and Superman. Superman being the number 1. He is the strongest. He's a god. So yes, it's all based around Superman because he's the main one. And the second part is when she said that she felt that when he came in, he just pretty much beat the villain of the story. Yes, Superman is a god. He is the strongest one. This man pulled planets by himself. He destroyed whole universes by himself. Yes, he's that powerful. This villain wasn't that powerful. This villain was a crony to Darkseid. Darkseid is the real villain that they're leading up to.
Darkseid kind of like a Thanos in Marvel, and
yes,
like he's just like the same shit.
They hinted at Darkseid.
They hinted at him. So
right.
Steppenwolf was never the real villain. Darkseid is the real villain. When Darkseid comes, then Superman's gonna have some trouble.
My thing is, DC's just dry. I feel like I was sitting in the movie theater thinking, damn, am I about to fall asleep? Or am I really into this? Like, that shit had me sitting there looking like, damn, I'm real. Like, I went to an 11 o'clock movie. Like, that shit was so dry. And then we all capitalized on the fact that Batman don't do shit.
Oh, whoa.
So like, they just told him, you're just here to just kind of get us together. But you ain't got shit. You ain't got no powers. You just fucking fucked up. Why are you even here? Why are you here? To wear black?
First of all.
I mean, like, there was nothing else supposed to be there.
First of all,
like,
black is the best color that exists, so we're gonna shut that down.
You see how Superman came and just fucked him up? Move on.
Next.
We should just move on.
Let's just take a walk down. Sorry, I'm drunk. The DC road. This nigga Batman is hanging with a whole. This nigga started the Justice League And he is the only motherfucker that is human. And what is his superpower?
Dry.
Shut up. His superpower is being rich,
Dry.
right? His technology. He's fucking with a whole bunch of motherfuckers who got all types of superhuman,
And he
out of
ain't
this
got
world
shit.
power. And he's still holding his own. You want to go
He
to the
ain't.
Marvel bitches?
You see how
you wanna
sore
go to
he
the
was
Marvel
in that
bitches?
movie? He
That
was all sore
wanna
and
get
shit.
fucked up
And
real
that
quick and tell me
motherfucker
how
need to
sore
go.
you are?
And he's
You wanna tell
old.
me how
Why
sore
the
you
fuck they
get?
got Ben
You wanna
Affleck playing it?
Well,
Like,
that's
there's a
another
lot
story.
of things
We ain't
going
talking
on.
about- we ain't talking about that.
I'm not gonna lie.
We're not
not a
talking
big,
about Ben Affleck.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Ben, man.
He was all-
Christian Bale was a
like
was
every
a better
time,
Batman, in my opinion.
every time I see Ben, I just think of the movie The Town, where they was robbing shit up in Charlestown and shit. Like, I just don't see this nigga as
But
Batman.
we're not
like,
talking about the actors. We're talking about
Right.
the character.
No, I got
And
you.
as far as Marvel goes, if you gonna tell me that you watch a Marvel movie
So
and
pretty
you find
much-
more enjoyment, I'm not done talking. You
I don't
find more
care.
enjoyment
The
in
point
the
of the
Marvel
matter is-
movies, that means you got a child complex for comedy. Because all the Marvel's movies do is go for, they want to be a family friendly movie.
I
They want
enjoy
you
a
to
good
take
laugh.
your, all right,
I like
all right.
to laugh.
DC
I love to
is
chuckle.
grown.
Ha, ha, ha.
DC is grown.
Yes.
You
No.
want to be an adult
No.
and go see a
DC
superhero
is
movie? Go see a
boring
DC
and dry.
movie. It's
No,
not boring and
not
dry.
To mention
It's
that
not boring and
Marvel,
dry.
on top of that, not only okay, Marvel yet. And now we can say, okay, it's been in the Comedy Central, whatever.
That's what they
ever,
do.
Or whatever.
They try to
But
be funny.
if you think about the beginning when they started with Captain America, it was not funny. There was nothing funny about it. It was the olden times, just like Wonder Woman. I mean, pretty much Captain America is our Wonder Woman. Like, they're both the olden time people, you know, who've got superpowers, who's gone into the future, and now they live in their lives. Those are the two right there. In which case, Batman is pretty much Iron Man. They're the two people who don't really have powers. They're using something other, you know, their wealth and whatever, whether it's a machine or whatever, to be their
All right,
fame,
but
to
if you
do
match
something.
up Marvel and DC, DC's whooping ass and they're cleaning house.
No,
but-
pretty much DC sucks.
No.
Like,
DC,
I'm sleeping.
DC is
Hold on.
cleaning that
Sleeping
whole
when
house.
Marvel is like, I
Okay,
feel
wait.
Because
awake.
you
Come
have
here.
a child
No.
Okay,
comedy.
hold on. Let me
No,
come in. Let me
no.
put some logic to here. Let me put some logic to here because I have the history behind this. So I'm gonna ask you guys a question. Name 5 Marvel superheroes right now.
5 Marvel superheroes?
Yeah.
Spider-Man, Iron Man, Hulk. Let's see, we'll say, what's the witch's name? I can't even
Scarlet
think.
Witch?
Scarlet Witch.
Look at you. You don't even know the
Uh,
names.
I don't care.
No,
I just know
name
it's
five-
way
no,
better.
No, name another one. 5.
I need one more, right?
Yeah.
Wait, who was I at?
I don't fucking know.
I was at
Witch.
Scarlet Witch. And then we'll do Captain America.
Captain America, right? Right.
Okay.
So out of everyone you named there, who's a household name? Not the Scarlet Witch.
Iron
Captain
Man.
America is Iron Man. Who else you said?
Hulk.
Hulk. Those 3. Who else?
The other 2, I don't even.
No.
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. Okay.
Those, so 4 of them.
So
out
Spider-Man's-
of, 4 of them out of the 5 are household names.
Okay, right. Now let me name DC real quick. Superman, number 1 in the world. Batman, number 2. Almost number 1 in the world now, probably. Batman and Superman are the 2
Those
most
are
famous.
They go neck and neck.
Where's the
Are
rest
they-
of the 3? Where's
Hold
the
on.
other
Wonder
3?
Woman?
Wonder Woman. Hold on. Let me finish.
And we just got into
Wonder
that.
Woman.
No, you just
Hold on,
got
hold
into
on,
that.
hold on.
No.
Wonder
That's what I'm
Woman-
saying. We're
Can I
sleeping
not-
on them
No,
because
I'm
they're
not.
boring as
No,
fuck.
I'm
not.
Like, no
They're
one
not.
cares
They're
about
not.
them.
They're
No one
not.
cares.
Listen,
No
let me
one
finish.
cares.
So you got Wonder Woman.
Wait, but can you name the
Flash.
other 3? I just want to
Green
hear the other
Lantern.
3.
I just
Okay,
am I not doing that right
Flash.
now?
Okay, Flash.
Flash,
Uh-huh.
Wonder Woman, Green Lantern.
Cyborg.
No. Those 5 are all
Ain't
more
doing it for
popular
me.
than anyone you just named.
Nope.
Yes, because
True.
they're
True.
they're all
True.
I ain't seen nobody from Halloween dressing up as none of them motherfuckers.
First of all,
Nobody.
No.
Nobody
Look at it
dressed
this
up
way.
as them motherfuckers. If they are household names, I'm gonna
Every
need
little
somebody
girl
to
dressed
wanna
up.
be
Your daughter
dressed
dressed
like-
up as Wonder Woman. What the fuck are you saying?
That's because I
DC
said I gave
Comics.
her a break. I
DC
said, let my
Comics.
child give her light.
Yeah, whatever.
Okay. I knew my child could do just what they
She wasn't
needed.
dressed up as a Black
They
Widow.
needed.
She
She
wasn't
gave
dressed
them
up as
everything
the
they
witch.
needed.
She was dressed
She
up
gave
as
them life, pretty
Wonder
much.
Woman.
She was for me the light of the show. Like, I'm
Alright.
like, damn,
Alright.
my child's about to be
I'm not gonna
it.
finish my point.
Let me bring me back into, and I'm not gonna say I don't like the characters because I love
They're
Wonder
the better
Woman.
characters.
I even liked her movie. Even like I
Her
said,
movie was
she's
the
my
best.
she's my Captain America. Like they were
She's
older
better than
time.
Captain America.
I don't even care
No,
about
she's
that.
not
Better,
Captain
worse.
America.
I
No,
mean,
she's
woman
not.
versus man. It can go into a lot
she's
of
not.
issues in between there. I don't care about that. The point of the matter is, yes, when I look into that movie, that situation, yes, I think they did a very good job, even with the acting. Very good job. I'm not saying that DC isn't a thing. I mean, I still go watch the movies. I would still to this very day say, okay, if they came up with another Superman movie, yes, I'm going to go see it. I like him as an actor. I like the situation. But what I'm saying is that ultimately the situation of the DC era is just a little more dry.
So you basically saying the DC universe isn't as popping as the Marvel cinematic.
False.
Not necessarily the characters. You're not saying the characters. You're saying basically the DCU isn't as popping as the MCU. Is basically what you're saying.
Pretty much. I mean,
it's the comedy. It's the comedy.
It's not the comedy because, like I said, I've been into Marvel before the comedy. So the comedy started, we'll say, with Iron Man. He was the one who was funny. I mean, because he was an arrogant, rich person who got into his thing.
But why Thor?
He was the only one who was the Thor didn't get funny until his last movie.
No.
Hannah!
No.
Yeah. His first movie when that nigga was out here and they were like,
I didn't think there was funny parts within Thor the first movie, but I don't think it's really become like, oh, he's the funny nigga until this one. Like, this was the funny one. Like, this was, okay, there was a lot of funny situations.
They've all been funny.
They've all been like that.
No, I'm saying they put a lot of comedy within it, but at the ultimate,
because that's what they do.
Yeah, but they're getting into their audience. They make the numbers because they're getting to their audience.
They want to appeal.
DC
Marvel
is so
wants to
dark
appeal.
and so boring.
They're dark.
This shit was so dry.
Marvel wants to appeal to the adults, but then be able to say, you can bring your kids. DC is saying, fuck your kids. I'm here to put the movie on. This saying, I'll
put you to sleep, but if you're into
it, if you're going to sleep, you have the comedy of a 7-year-old. That's what you need. You need to be entertained by kids'
That shit was dry. It was dry. I was asleep.
So how was it dry? Because honestly, the action was on point. So did the action have more?
Let me tell you what made it dry was, first of all, like I said, I think the people who they're portraying as the character, they only have a couple of them down pat. Cool. So I'll say Cyborg was good. Cyborg was good. Flash, I'm in between about him because
I like Flash.
No,
I like the Flash.
Spider-Man is hard. Sorry. Flash is our Spider-Man.
No, but that shouldn't be right because there's several different Flashes, and Barry Allen is not a child. So the way that they portrayed Barry Allen in the movie is not who he should be. So if you actually know the story, Barry Allen is not a child.
Ultimately, like I said, throughout the whole movie, like I said, it was like, all right, we see this big badass character who's supposed to be the villain. Yeah, he was okay. He's fucking up the Amazon women. Whatever the case may be, okay, it was good. But then all of a sudden, Superman came about and it was just like, all right, slap. Wait a minute, let me go save these civilians. I'm going to put him on hold. Let me go do this, and then I'm going to come back and then fuck him up and it's all over.
So you basically, it sounds like you're trying to say because the ending, we saying it was like rushed?
Yeah, it was
instead of a build up,
Superman coming back, and then it was over. Like, he came back and just said, "Fuck Flash, because I'm faster than you." Cyborg, I can do just as much as you do.
He's not faster than Flash.
Yeah, in the movie portrayed, he was faster than Flash. Yes, the fuck he was.
Well, when he raced him,
if you watch the ending and they had the race, we don't know who's faster.
No, Flash.
We don't know, but during the whole,
based on that,
go save a house and I'm gonna go save this one car.
What they did was
Flash is young in this one.
Superman was fighting and Flash tried to, do his speed, and they showed that Superman is the only person who can actually see him when he's at his speed. That doesn't mean he's faster. That just means he can tap into the same speed force as Flash does.
No, he can't tell us he's speed force. He's just faster. But
I think he's just faster, but he can't run back in time like Flash and that weird shit.
No, Flash is faster because
Flashpoint Paradox. Watch it.
Flashpoint Paradox, that too. And Flash is still young. He's still knowing his power. He's not full Flash. He's not.
No, they don't got him as an adult.
That's
they got him.
They
got him as like a young kid.
If we're gonna talk about
well, that's like, and in my opinion too, with DC, like with Batman, like why they gotta make Batman old? Like I don't understand why they did that.
They're going with the Batman from the what's the writer's name?
I know they had different versions in the comics.
Batman. They're going with
I know they do different versions in the comics and shit, but I don't know. It's just like I feel like everybody should be.
I don't mind that Batman, but the thing is, you have to know what you're talking about. If you're just gonna go off of movies and you don't actually know what the fuck you're talking about. Read a comic book and see where these characters actually are developed from, and then judge the movie. Because the people who read the comic books and then judge the movies actually know what they're talking about. They actually complain about some real shit.
No, because Spider-Man, the newest one that came out, what was it, Spider-Man Homecoming?
Yeah, Homecoming.
Okay, so the part where he built up the Rebel, you and Clyde had very much, Turbo Trizzy, had very much got upset about the simple fact that he was able to lift the rubble. It wasn't even the house, the rubble up. You felt that he shouldn't have been able to do that because he's Spider-Man. He's not Superman, right?
Yeah.
So he shouldn't be able
not
to
even
lift the
just
rubble.
that,
But that was based upon a comic.
That was based upon a comic.
The fact that he did that was based upon a comic. So if you really do your digging, then that wouldn't have made you feel like, damn, why was he able to do that? You would have been like, oh my God, that's from the fucking comic because it was from the fucking comic. So don't talk about doing dirt. You have to be able to do that.
Wait.
So let's go into Spider-Man's powers, right? So I know all Spider-Man powers. So his spiders like a strength. Spiders can lift 8 times their body weight, right? So that's what comes from his thing. So in comic books, so let's say that kid's not more than 200 pounds, right? So he shouldn't be able to...
more than $175.
So he shouldn't be able to lift more than 2 tons.
Definitely. It was rubble. It wasn't a whole house. It's not Superman. Superman will be able to lift a house. He was lifting rubble. The shit's broken up into many pieces. So ultimately, he should be able to do it. It was a moment that's just like, I mean, we can compare it to, they say, a woman's worth into their child. If a car was about to fall on a child, a mother would be able to get that damn car off. Not because they're strong as shit, they ain't Superman, but that adrenaline of being able, I got to protect this one. So in this specific aspect of time, he was in a rubble and all this shit was going down to him. He had to realize that, he was pretty much defeated. No. So he lifted the rubble, but you guys were very
right. So our upsetness was based off of what his power is supposed to be. It wasn't accurate. That's what we were based off of.
But if they based it off a comic, isn't that accurate?
Right. But if you start the comic and say this is X, Y, and Z, and then you make the 13th edition, and then you change what the beginning was, is it the same? So if I'm mad about what they originally said versus what they did later on, I'm still basing it off the comic. They might have changed the comic.
2 tons. So if he's fighting and punching common criminals, he'll punch a hole in their chest. He's punching murder people.
It was based off the comic.
I'm lifting tons.
Right. So what we're saying, the original thing is he's supposed to be able to lift X amount of pounds. The original. Now, if they made a comic book and said that he did this, this, and this, that's fine. But if it started off as he can do this, and that's what we're referring to, then we're both right in that aspect.
I think you guys just need to realize it's fucking rubble. It's rock. It's not a whole house.
What if that's like, for example...
Right, but you can still have... If you brick a whole building, you're going to go inside and lift rubble? No, you ain't.
I mean, you never know what people can do. All I'm just saying
I'm telling you,
he's a superhero. He's not like
but he's not strong. He's
okay.
Spider-Man's like a common. He don't fight real people.
It was a situation.
He don't fight real villains. You know what I'm saying? Like all of Superman's villains can kill Spider-Man in an instant. Okay, so like that's the problem I have with the Justice League versus Avengers. Everyone in Justice League besides Batman is a damn god. Okay? Everyone on the Avengers is a regular fucking person. The only god person is Thor. Everyone, Flash, God. Wonder Woman, God. Fucking Cyborg's pretty much a technological god. Green Lantern, God. Superman, a god. So when you're talking about the storyline, it's hard to have a storyline because they're fighting cosmic level niggas. Batman's fighting a comic street thug.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's just like somebody trying to. It's always about somebody trying to compare the book to the movie. You have to get with what times are. So you can go back to these books was created how long? I mean, these comics were created how long ago?
They're still
so they
can't.
But you can. Okay, but if they're created in the 60s, what was going on in the 60s is damn sure not going on right here in the millennial.
If we're gonna just compare
if we're gonna compare movies to the actual comics, it's not gonna happen. If we would not have an audience, because
say we're just comparing on the movies. If you watch the Marvel movie, you don't have to have any background. You just watch the movie. You see what they can do based off of what you're watching on the screen, and you watch the Batman, the Justice League, whatever.
God, they're so fucking
dry. So you just need some childhood comedy to keep your attention. That's what I heard. I need a bunny rabbit that talks to me, so I'm motherfucking can say
because I've watched every fucking Marvel movie multiple times.
So have we.
So in which case they're not all just ha ha hee hee or they're so funny. No, the only funny ones have been the last few. So in which if you start from the beginning,
compare them to all the DC movies.
Thor, they were not funny. Thor was not funny in the beginning.
Thor was funny.
No, I don't think the first.
Yes, it was.
Yes,
it was.
So I guess
Go back and watch it.
It's all of a matter of what you consider funny. For me, I was not cracking up throughout the whole thing. I'm not going to say there weren't parts that were funny. I'm not going to say that.
But the amount of parts that were funny.
But the point of the matter is, I'm not into it because it's funny and I'm looking for a laugh. I just personally feel that the action there is maybe it's because the DC is more darker and more like I just feel like it's more dry. I'm tired. I'm tired watching it.
So you say action, right? So action. Name an action scene in Thor that's memorable in Thor. Name an action scene. That's so ill. Tell me, please.
The part with the guy with the what was it? Fire that he had when he came down and was trying to fuck everything up.
So what did Thor do? He came. Okay. What did he do?
He was fighting him.
The big fire dude in the last Thor movie.
Give details about the fight.
The last
Give details about the fight.
Are you asking me about the last
No.
movie?
You just said the fire dude, right?
Are you talking about the fire?
Your most memorable
I said your most memorable fight scene in the Thor movie.
Oh, okay. Well, in which case would probably be the last one.
Okay.
The probably the fire dude coming up.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. So the fire dude. So what did Thor do to fight him?
I don't mean the dude lost an eye. I mean, whatever.
But what did he do?
What did he do? What did he do?
So if we're talking about within the with the fire dude, no, he does not. He didn't do anything with the fire dude. Because he's the one who unleashes the fire dude to destroy his world.
What do you do to unleash the dragon?
But the point is, leading up to that, I don't care what Thor does. What I'm saying too, okay, we have the whole fucking Justice League. What the fuck did they do?
They did.
They didn't do anything. They're so fucking dry.
First of all, the Wonder Woman is out here.
The Flash didn't know what to do with. The Flash is tripping over his feet. He didn't know what to do with his feet.
You did not name Thor doing anything.
Okay, and then Batman wasn't doing shit but driving the car. Okay.
First of all,
because he can't do shit and Batman's whack as fuck.
Oh,
okay.
God.
And then, so the only and Cyborg was just sitting there, let me get into the computer. Ultimately, it was Superman who was doing the most as far as the action.
What about Wonder Woman? You didn't name anything about Wonder Woman, so you want to shut
apparently she was irrelevant to me. I was practically sleeping.
She was doing this.
So she was out of the century and not doing nothing.
I was tired the whole motherfucking scene.
You can't
until Superman came in and was like, pop, it's over. And I was like, oh, damn, the movie's over. Okay, thank you. I'm glad we did this, Justice League. I'm glad Superman made the movie. It might as well have been called Superman what number was it? I don't know, because I was sleeping during all the other ones. So, at the end of the day, I'm glad Superman came in for because if he wasn't there, guess what? The world would have died. If Superman wasn't there, it would have died.
Well, that was my point.
I said anyone in the Avengers, but with one second.
Maybe he was. But they're not intertwined. They're not intertwined. So, needless to say, we don't need to talk about that.
They can be intertwined real quick.
The point of the matter is,
all you gotta do is laser beam all the
DC is Superman. Batman's irrelevant, and the other motherfuckers are irrelevant.
Started the DC.
No, he just wears black.
He started the Justice League.
But he's boring.
Below Dark Knight, though, right? The Dark Knight
trilogy. Right, the trilogy.
I don't know about
it. That's the best movie of all time.
Everything makes me fucking sleep. Which one's is that? Is that the one with the guy?
With Heath Ledger,
the one
the Joker.
No, I did like that.
All right, so that shit was dark as fuck. So I'm gonna say that this is dark and it puts you to sleep. The trilogy is dark as fuck.
They're restarting their masterpiece and it's boring me. Now, if we went back to the ones where the guy who played the Joker, who was really good, who passed away or whatever, R.I.P. There's no comedy, and I actually enjoyed that.
Why?
I did enjoy that.
So how can you say that the Justice League has no comedy?
I'm basing my opinion off of Justice League. I'm basing it on what they're presenting to me now. What they're presenting to me now, based on what they have right now. The restart of it all is boring. I'm tired watching it. So in which case, if Superman's not involved, it's boring. So everything that led up to Superman coming, I was like, shit, I'm bored. Because Cyborg didn't know what to do with his powers. Wonder Woman was still stuck on her old nigga.
How can you be mad?
Like, no,
Cyborg was just born. How are you going to be mad that he doesn't know how to use
and I was sleeping.
That's talking about a newborn baby don't know how to walk and talk.
Well,
they came out the womb. How do you say
They should have made the movie after he figured himself out.
No. You can't have a movie and not ever talk about the origin. You have to talk about the origin.
You should keep me involved. I feel like I should be involved in what's going on.
People who don't like Halo can relate to it because Halo's so futuristic and he's in space.
He did not just bring up Halo.
No.
He always brings up Halo.
People like Call of Duty, they can relate to Call of Duty. Even though they've never been in a war, they can relate to Call of Duty because Call of Duty is supposed to be on this earth. It is World War II.
Yo, don't start that Call of Duty Halo shit.
So they get into that.
We ain't gonna fuck Halo. We ain't gonna talk about that shit, nigga.
Come on, all time. It's an icon.
Halo can suck my dick and balls at the same damn time because I'm a PlayStation nigga, so we don't fuck with Halo. Let's do it.
Anyway, they selling merchandise for Call of Duty.
Let's stick that. Let's stick to Marvel versus
Halo.
DC.
Call of Duty have its own channel?
Nope.
Do they have movies and TV shows?
Nope. On Netflix? Nope.
But I don't give a fuck about them cartoons. Them cartoons, them channels, them Netflix, they can all floss their motherfucking teeth with my nut hair.
Because that's why Call of Duty was the World War II.
Cage is out here playing niggas from Halo.
Call of Duty went back to World War II though, right?
And they love niggas. You're supporting a game that's out here hanging fucking black people. Fuck all that shit.
Yep.
You better not even be playing that.
Kid, you from Pennsylvania. Y'all hang all the niggas out there.
Bring that
Drunk Nanny from the mountains. She hanging shit all the time out there.
Shows and all that good shit. Marvel's doing that. DC's not. So, no, not really. I mean, yeah, they got that Gotham shit. But what else do we
Gotham
have?
is fire.
The Flash?
Yeah,
what?
boring.
Green Arrow?
We have mad shows.
We got Netflix shit. We got Netflix shit.
Smallville was going to be way
ABC
before
shit.
that.
Would you have to be on prime time or Netflix? Think about it.
ABC is primetime, boo boo.
Exactly.
In which case
And
they
you're talking
do
about Netflix.
Marvel is on prime time.
How
Bootleg. In which case all that shit is fucking putting everybody to sleep. DC's not doing it, and we're doing it.
First of all, this is what it comes down to. Drunk Nanny's about to be in this bitch real quick. This is what it comes down to.
I'm glad you accepted your name.
I'm glad you accepted your name.
Motherfuckers. I will take that motherfucking name.
But Batman's born.
Tanya Freeman don't get no credit. Let me just put that out there. Anyways,
government show.
So
are you gonna let her just throw you out there? Wait a minute.
Anyways,
she made that name for you.
Exactly, and she don't get credit.
Wait, your mother made that name?
Could be disrespectful, and that's why we don't like to use it. But y'all motherfuckers wanted to use it, so we're gonna move on and we're gonna break it down real quick.
Oh goddamn.
DC versus Marvel comes down to:
which is
do you want
trash.
that happy-go-lucky comedy bullshit,
do you want something
or do
that's
you
gonna
want to be
keep
a
you enlightened,
grown-ass
or are
adult
you gonna be
and listen
sleeping?
to tap into the darker
or
sides
do you
want to
be asleep while you watch Batman do nothing?
Look,
and realize that he can't do nothing.
Break it down. To
Batman realized that he could do nothing. He would never be nothing, and he was too old to deal with the situation.
First of all,
I was very upset with all of that.
And the Joker just breaks it down real quick. You're gonna break it down to it's the simple line that you hear in the Batman trilogy. I'm not the hero that Gotham needs right now. And that is a real life quote because motherfuckers all the time are doing shit that they get no credit for because why? They're not the person that they need at that moment. And that does not stop anybody from doing what they got to do. You want to go to Marvel? What are you going to do? Laugh at Spider-Man jumping around on buildings
I want
and
everyone
getting
to
beat up?
Take note that it took 2 motherfuckers to do the arguing for that place, and it only took me. So keep watch. Because that's all Marvel needs is one person.
We went
through the real shit. That's the thing. I don't need it. That's
sorry that your husband wanted to be the mediator and not tap in.
We did 5 shows to have.
The thing is,
and a video game. Number 1 video game. Injustice 2 is the number 1 fighting game.
Maurice, pick one.
Who are you picking?
DC or Marvel?
Who are you picking?
Pick one.
Pick one. Just right now.
Just because.
DC or Marvel?
Who are you going with?
Well, Spider-Man.
DC or Marvel? Not specific people.
I was gonna say
Marvel.
Spider-Man been my favorite, so I'm gonna go with Marvel. I mean,
so anyways, leading forth, everyone. I just want you guys to realize that it took 2 mofos.
You know, Spider-Man broke up a couple, right?
I don't give a fuck. The point of the matter is, it took 2 mofos.
Spider-Man is a little boy
for DC that bores us all. And needless to say, Marvel will always be that shit. And that's what it is. Go on in your
Spider-Man's not
closing.
in Infinity Gauntlet either. He's too weak to be in Infinity Gauntlet.
Go on, Reese. Close that out.
That's real. That's real.
In the comic books,
When it comes to real shit, Spider-Man ain't there because he can't handle it.
Spider-Man's not
Batman is always there, though.
You know what
Batman is always there.
He's not a factor at all.
Spider-Man isn't even a
Okay, so
fighting.
if Spider-Man's not a factor, Batman's not a factor.
No,
Batman
Batman is a factor because that nigga be in the front line.
Let it be known.
Spider-Man
If
be
y'all
at home.
motherfuckers wake up Madison, y'all will be watching her. I'm gonna need y'all to shut that shit down. Boom. Close us out.
I'm sure Maddie is already awake. We've been yelling for an hour.
Close us out.
Well, well, there you have it, man. That's when you're trying to have an argument about motherfucking DC versus Marvel.
Let us know what you think. Pick a side.
Yeah, pick a side.
Y'all know the real side.
Yeah,
it ain't Marvel.
It will always be Marvel.
Hopefully
Marvel's
we
trash.
ain't spoiled shit if we ain't seen Justice League, but
I like both.
Yeah. Why can't we all get along? Like
dog.
light skin versus dark skin, like fucking Marvel versus why we can't just all get along? Whatever. Fuck it. Thank you for listening to the FMFU podcast. Make sure you hit the subscribe button to receive all the latest podcasts when they release. Also, be sure to follow FMFU on Twitter and Instagram at FMFU_podcast. Remember, people, if no one is going to be honest with you, your boy Reese will. And that's always. Until next time, fuckers.